Cheers.
Cheers. Kirkland seltzers.
To my fiance. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Bros knows for the first time in a long time, but with a good reason. Not with a good reason why we haven't podcasted in forever, but a good reason to come back.
Yeah. We were just super busy and didn't take the time to do anything.
I don't know
Bros
that.
knows.
I think you were super busy. I think I'm just super lazy.
Well, also you wouldn't have any content without me, so.
Oh, you don't think I could podcast without you anymore?
Well, I just think that the people want me.
The people do want you. I was thinking, if we were to podcast regularly, what if we named the podcast Podcasting with Brandon and Jamie? But my name's first only because then we can call it PB&J.
It's pretty clever.
You don't hate it.
Well, okay, only if the theme song can be peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah. I
Peanut
think
butter
that one
jelly,
might
peanut
go
butter
major,
jelly,
though, so we
peanut
have to
butter
not
jelly,
use
peanut butter
commercialized
jelly.
music because we're going to go so big that we don't want it to get taken down.
I can record that on my own.
Okay, I don't think that makes it legal.
Oh.
The reason we're here today in our hammock chairs outside in the backyard.
You told me I can't rock very much, and you're rocking like crazy.
Well, I know how to stay close to the microphone. You're not great at that on like when we're stationary, so I'm worried about you in a chair that moves. But I
Okay.
feel like we have you better set up. It's like I've got you locked into a roller coaster right now.
For whoever's looking and watching, I have a hamburger blanket.
She's so happy about that thing. She's wanted to buy it. She tried to use it as the guys under our niece. I can call her that now, right?
She has been your niece the whole time.
I know, but now it's like official.
You're always Uncle B.
We got engaged 2 days ago.
2 days ago?
It's been 2 days. Right? Or did I say that wrong? Yeah, it's because today's Monday.
That's crazy.
Monday when we're recording this. On Saturday, I asked Jamie if she'd marry me. For some reason, she said yes.
I did.
And let's go back. I'm going to start the story before you know it.
Okay.
Because you're kind of hearing this for the first time, too. And so I think it was late February. I don't know if something specific sparked it or what. But I just woke up one morning and I was like, it's time to start looking at rings. What? Why are you laughing?
I'm just giggling in a cute way. I'm not laughing.
And so I started looking, and I looked, and I looked, and I looked, and I was like, well, if I start looking now, then when a really good deal comes along, it'll be perfect. Then I say that to myself, knowing that I was like, I just want to find a ring. Like, I'd love to find one today, right now, and get it.
So you didn't get a good deal?
So, I didn't really know much about diamonds going into this. I didn't know about color grades and
By
cut
the way,
grades.
I specifically said just get a Menzonite ring.
I know what you said,
Moissanite?
and
How
I
do
told
say
you that I didn't want to do that.
What is Menzonite? Is that a Mennonite? That's a religion.
That's a religion.
I mean Mezonite.
Give me a Mennonite ring. I don't think your parents would like that. And so I didn't know anything about diamonds at this point. I didn't know color, grade, the different shapes. I didn't know any of that stuff. All I knew is I had your Pinterest. I had your Pinterest that gave me a little bit of hints. It said that you wanted a solitaire ring, which I didn't know that was a term before I started this endeavor.
What does that mean?
It means the style that you have. So the
Oh,
simple.
this is called solitaire?
That's called solitaire. It's the band with no diamonds besides the one big diamond.
You guys, it's so freaking pretty. I just get to stare at it all the time.
That's a solitaire ring.
Woo!
And so I knew I was on a mission for that. And then looking at your Pinterest, I said, okay, she doesn't want an oval or a round diamond. Most popular shape for a solitaire. She doesn't want that. Okay. That eliminated it. She didn't want princess cut, which is like the square one.
No.
The ones that she did was the rectangle shape, which is, I think it's called an emerald cut.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really like that one personally. Then she had oval ones. And then she had the one that I ended up getting her, which
I think
was...
the oval ones are called pear.
No,
Pear-shaped.
the one on your finger is a pear shape.
Okay, because I'm wondering the difference between pear and teardrop. Because I'm thinking pear...
I think that's the same. I think that's
No.
just the jeweler that chooses that.
Really?
Yeah.
I was thinking one of them was maybe more pointy. By the way, I accidentally like stabbed myself with the point of this earlier. Damn.
You
It's
okay?
sharp. No, I didn't.
And you
I
stepped
didn't
on a
break.
bee.
And I stepped on a bee today, which oddly I'm just fine now. So maybe it wasn't a bee.
Tough day for Jamie. But
No,
anyway.
it was a great day for me. Anyway.
So I set out on this mission, and it didn't take long before I said, okay, it's going to have to be more of like I pick the setting and I pick the stone thing, just based online, because there wasn't anything that had a pear shaped or an oval shape came with white gold or platinum. You didn't want that. You wanted yellow gold,
Right.
at least according to everything that you had pinned.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, it's going to have to be more of a thing where I pick the setting and I pick the style. And so then I said, okay, there's a few retailers that are better at this. And I wanted a lab-grown diamond because, for a few reasons. I mean, they're a little bit better priced, not much, but they're a little bit better priced for what you get. You get a lot higher quality. So it's still a real diamond. It's just they didn't go mining it with like a bunch of kids and stuff like that. They just instead created it.
Because science.
Because science.
So you're telling me you did not personally go mine for this diamond?
Nobody had to mine for that, luckily, because I think that we need to pull your microphone up, I think.
I know, I'm trying.
And so I was like, okay, I want to find the people that are really good at lab-grown diamonds, and so I know I can trust it. And so that's where the research began. What are you doing?
I'm trying to...
Just pull up on it and then tighten that bar. And so the search began. And then I narrowed it down to a few different retailers, and I found the one that I liked. And then it just became... So then at that point, I was really hooked. And I was looking at it, like, daily.
Oh, boy.
Like, because it's one of those things where you're like, when you want to purchase something, like, you just keep going back to it, right? Like, you had how many items in your Target cart the other day?
You just flicked your shoe at me.
I know, I'm sorry. I'm sad that there's video for that.
I had 17 items in
I think
my
it was
cart.
22.
Oh.
22 items. So you know what I mean?
I've saved some for later.
You put it in your cart, and then it just sits there and tempts you. Babe.
I'm
Why are you
so bad at
fidgeting
this.
so much?
I'm not. It's just not. It's moving. It's not me. It's the.
I know, because it's a
this.
heavy microphone is the problem.
Okay.
So it's going to move some.
Should I just hold it?
You can't hold it,
Okay.
but you need to pull it closer, I think, again. And that should be fine, hopefully.
Okay, here we go. We're in
Okay.
business now.
And so I narrowed it down to the retailer I wanted, and I was sitting in my cart, and I went back and forth until one morning I just woke up, and I just got out of bed, went to my computer, and I just ordered it. And it was like just spur of the moment. Let's go. Let's do it.
That's 6 a.m.
It was like It was like maybe not even 6 a.m. because it was one of those ones where I wake up just like, and I'm like instantly awake.
Also, the sun rises at like 4 a.m. now.
Yeah, it's tough in the mornings. And our bedroom window is just like right out at the sun.
Yeah.
And so then I got it, and I am not a man that's known for being good with patience.
Correct.
I'm not a man that's known for being good at keeping gifts from you.
Correct. I literally had to like physically stop him many times from giving me my graduation gift early.
But you understand why now, because it would have been useful a few times.
Well, yeah, but that's just you with any gift, really, that you're excited to give.
Absolutely. Why wait? What are we waiting for?
I know. I don't have a solution for you.
Well, your solution is you just make me wait. You don't give me a choice. You just say no.
I physically would not open it.
I know.
So anyway, Brandon's not very patient, but he had to be. What happened
so
to this can?
I don't know. That's a good question. Probably when the cooler fell yesterday.
Hmm.
And so so instantly, I click purchase, and it says your ring will be here in like 8 weeks.
Oh,
4
man.
weeks, something like that. It like gave a long time
8
frame.
weeks, 4 weeks, something like that.
It's like 4 to, I don't know how long it was, to be honest with you. It had to be closer to 4.
Well, they had to create it.
No, the diamond's already created. I sit there and I look at each diamond, and you meet with the people, and they put it in front of a camera, and they show you what it looks like, and they zoom in on it, and they show you like, this is the imperfection that gave it the grade it's got, and this is the way that's cut, and like, it's like a full on, like, you're in a jewelry store. It's just virtual.
That's wild.
And so I had taken the time to pick it out. I finally just said, put it in my cart, buy it. I said, I can't keep this secret any longer. It's been 15 minutes. I'm dying on the inside. I'm dying on the inside. And so I text, who do you think I texted first?
Kaylee.
I text Kaylee Wade.
Yep. Shout
and
out.
I just say hi. And it's now, like 7 a.m.? And it's not like I text Kaylee regularly. She just texts back, hi, ... And I was like, I have something I have to tell you. I have to get this off my chest.
Oh, Lord.
And she's like, oh, no. She even says, oh, no.
Yeah.
And I sent her the picture, and she's like, oh, my God. She seemed pretty excited. But at the same time, it was like a judge of, Kaylee, am I crazy?
And how did she respond?
She seemed to respond well. And so I was like, okay, maybe this is okay. Maybe this is good. Because you get really nervous in that moment. Like, am I too forward? Am I doing this wrong? Or should I not be buying this, right?
Right.
And so you get nervous. And so I text that. And then I'm like, oh, that was an exhilarating thing to tell Kaylee.
Oh, boy.
And so I text Grandma Kay.
Oh, boy.
Tell Grandma Kay. Now I've looped these two into the secret with me.
Now these two are probably texting you a bunch of things.
No. They kind of
really?
left it alone.
Okay.
They kind of left it alone.
Because I would have been like, oh my gosh, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do that.
So Kaylee just kind of left it at, hey, whatever you need help with, let me know. And she said, do you have a plan? And I think at that time I said, yes, I have a plan. I wasn't really sharing the plan a bunch, but I was like, yes, I have a plan, I think.
Yeah.
And so that led to a few days later, Cody, your brother,
Yes.
he got let in on the secret. Because I texted him the song, Dance With Me by Morgan Evans. And I said, Cody, do you think the band can learn this song? He said, yes, absolutely.
And it turned out he could learn the song.
Well, and
not the whole band.
I think the whole band learned it. I think they just made an executive decision. But he didn't understand what I was saying at first. And I was like, well, he's going to learn the song. That's fine with me. If it's going to be a surprise to him, too, whatever. That's cool.
What? That's nuts to me. I'm just saying because
I know, this is where you're going to get frustrated.
I've asked them for my 21st birthday. I asked them like for an entire year to learn the song Fake ID. And I was going to like throw my fake ID into the lake. It was going to be this whole scene. And then they just never learned the song.
Maybe Cody did know, and he just didn't want to say it. But then later on, I was listening to the song "Take My Name" by Parmalee, and because of the style of Morgan Evans songs, I felt like "Take My Name" was more their Cody and the Cougars style, the family band. That's more their style. I felt like, so I texted it to him and I said, "Hey, if you'd prefer, this song would work too." And that's when he texted back like, "Oh my God," with like a shocked face, like, "Oh." And I was like, "Okay."
Oh, now he gets it.
And it's like, "Okay, now Cody's on board." And I said, yeah, I said something like, yeah, I can't wait, or I'm excited, or something like that. And I said, right now you can only tell Noelle. His at the time, like 3-4 month-old daughter. And so now I've roped
3-month-old?
3 month.
How do
oh,
you
yeah, that
say?
doesn't.
Okay,
3 month.
The kids were asking like, okay, so is she 0 or is she 1? And I'm like,
she's 0.
She's 0.5.
She's 0 years 6 months. She's 0.5 years old.
That's so confusing. Okay, anyway.
And so now I've looped in not only poor Kaylee, not only poor
a friend,
grandma,
a grandma, and my brother.
Well, and like I looped in the friend and the grandma that would be most excited for us and you.
Right.
And so that was kind of mean of me.
Yeah.
Looking back at it now. And now I've got your brother involved. And then I waited.
He can keep a freaking secret.
He can keep a secret. And he did keep a secret. He kept a secret even from Carissa.
They kept their puppy a secret for like 7 months.
Really? What's the best?
And then just showed up with the puppy.
What's the best secret you've ever kept? I don't think my parents knew about my tattoo for like 6 months or something, like until like I got it. I think like in January, and then like when I wore a tank top in the summer.
Oh, well, because you said that, that's all I can think of is the tattoo on my rib cage, because you couldn't see it unless I was wearing a specific swimsuit. And it wasn't, I got it in September, and then it wasn't until like June of the next year or July, we were up at the lake, and my aunts were like, wow, that's so pretty. And then my mom was like, what? And I was like, Mom, you knew I got this tattoo.
Wait,
you
she
knew.
didn't know.
No, I never told her, but I was like, Mom, no. I told you this. And she's like, you did? And I was like, yes.
She had to be so confused because she's like, there's no way I would forget that.
Exactly.
Did you feel like you won that?
Yeah, for like 6 months, and then she was
Oh,
like,
man.
I knew you were lying. And I was like, oh.
And so now everyone knows. Actually, it's just the three of us that know, but it felt like the whole world knew. And at this point, I thought, Kaylee, turn off your radio. I thought Kaylee spoiled it. I thought Kaylee told you, because there was a night where we all had dinner together. You, me, Kaylee.
Yeah.
And then I left early because I was like, I'm going to let them have best friend time. I'm going to get out of here and go home and play Farming Simulator or something like that.
Naturally.
And then you texted me that night like all like sweet and lovey. And I was like, Kaylee?
You were like, who is this woman? She's
like,
never sweet.
Kaylee, what did you do? And I thought it was over, but I didn't even ask Kaylee because I didn't want to accuse her of such things. Because it felt like it would be mean to accuse her, right?
Right.
And so I didn't ask her. I just was like, well, if she knows, she knows. At least it gets like some of the pressure off. And I spent every single day thinking you knew past that. Just so you know.
Well, we'll get to the part in the story of my outfit, right? Later?
Okay, yes. And so I wish I had centered this camera better. Did it move?
I don't know. Did we move?
And so it gets to the point where I thought growing up, maybe from TVs and stuff, that when you go to ask her dad, hey, can I marry your daughter? Can I have your daughter's hand in marriage? I thought you were supposed to bring the ring with you and show them. Thoughts on that?
I've never heard that.
See, I don't know where I got that idea from, because when I told the people at my work knew, and when I told them, all three girls for sure that were there that worked with me said, no, that's not a thing. And they said, you definitely can bring it with you if you want, but that's not how it, like, that's not traditional. And I thought it was. And then even like Tyler and Jacob were like, no, that's not a thing. And I was like, okay, so I got this wrong somewhere along the way. But I
don't think it would be wrong. I just don't think it's probably like the most common thing to do.
So I waited till the ring got here, and then I made the executive decision to not bring the ring with me.
Was my mom mad? Okay, I have to pause and adjust.
I don't know that we can really pause, because then I have to edit videos and stuff. So I'm just going to keep talking
going
while you adjust, okay?
Okay.
And so I made the executive decision, well, now the ring's here. It's finally time to ask Alan. It's finally time to ask Papa Mac. But I'm not going to bring the ring with me because everyone's telling me that that's not the normal thing to do, despite what I thought growing up. And so I was like, okay, I have it in my car. I'm going to ask them. And so I texted your mom, because her and I just text more than your dad. Your dad and I aren't really texters.
Right.
And so it would be weird if I just texted your dad, hey, can I come over? So I texted your mom and I said, hey, do you mind if I stop by the house really quick on my way to Jay's? Because you were at the time house sitting for
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. And so she said, yes, absolutely. And I put it under the guise to you that I was going to swing by her house and pick up the food.
Wow, you guys, that was just orchestrated by Jesus right there. Because
she already had food planned for you.
She did? Because I had texted her earlier in the day and was like, do you want to bring dinner over?
Absolutely. So she had planned to bring that food to you.
Yeah.
And then you had told me that your mom was going to bring dinner over.
And then she called me. She was like, do you want me to send it with Brandon?
Absolutely.
He can stop by. Or,
yes.
Yeah.
Because I knew that after a while of me being off work, you would look at my location and say, why is Brandon at my parents' house? That might give it away. And so I get to your parents' house, and we talked for probably 30 or 40 minutes. Just about everything under the sun.
Gosh, no wonder my fajitas took so
long. Your fajitas took a while that day. But we just talked about everything. And I just sat there so incredibly nervous. And I don't know why, because I've never been nervous around your parents, either of them. Because they've always been so kind and like just treated me like a son from the beginning.
Yeah.
But I was so nervous just sitting there. And that's why I'm rocking heavily right now, because the nerves are coming back to me. I just remember sitting there like, how do I even bring this up in conversation? What do I say? How do I ask him? Is he going to say no? Is he going to say yes? Is he going to just punch me in the face? What's he going to do? And I just was dumbfounded. I was like, how do I do this? And so it came to a part of the conversation where I became so nervous that I just stopped conversing, I think. Like they were talking to me and I just sat there like, yeah, yep, And then finally it just got silent. And it was like the whole room was like, okay, Brandon, this is the time. Because like everyone knew why I was there despite not knowing why I was there.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Mama T was like, It was all normal and like chatty, and then he got a little quiet and his face turned very serious.
Because the nerves finally just set. And I think I just blacked out, and I was just like, I love your daughter very much. I was wondering if it would be okay if I maybe just asked her to, well, if you just let me just ask her if I can just ask her a question about, like, if she wants to just maybe spend the rest of her life with me or something like that. I don't know. Maybe, like, if you think it's okay. If you don't think it's okay, I won't do it. But, like, the thing where you're just so, like, you're just talking yourself out of it. Like, you're talking, like, hey, Alan, I'm giving you every reason to say no to me right now. And, I mean, they just both instantly were so sweet and just said, yes, we would love that. And we were hoping for that. And
My mom said she let you get one word out and then said, yes, 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 yes.
Yes. And then she goes, yes, 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 yes. And then she looks at Alan and goes, well, it's up to Alan. And I was like, okay. And I just sat there, and he said, yes, of course. And I was like, oh, that was a huge moment of relief.
Yes.
That was a huge moment of relief. And that was the most pressure I felt up until 10 minutes before I asked you.
When
But
you
now-
bit half your finger off.
And so instantly Mama T's like, well, do you know how you want to do it? And I said, actually,
So many questions.
she likes to ask her questions, and I'm okay with that. You used to stop her from asking me questions. You used to limit her number of questions she could ask me in a day.
I do that often, sometimes for myself or others.
I like when
but
she asks
I
me
know
questions. It's
you're
easy conversation.
also a 20 questions person, so I just have given up on you guys.
That's true. Maybe that's why we get along so well.
Yeah. Could chat for ages.
I think you're a little far from your mic.
I am struggling so hard with this.
Okay, what do we need to do? Turn the little knob put your drink down for a second. Turn the knob, no, not that knob, up on the, right there. Turn that and then push it up a little bit and then tighten it. Nope, turn it. Okay, that works too. But turn the knob that you were turning
Okay.
to, like, loosen it.
Yeah.
And that'll loosen the bar so it can go up and down.
Like this?
Yeah. And maybe that'll
there
help
we
some.
go.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. And so instantly she asked me, do you know how you want to do it? And I did. I knew months ago how I wanted to do it if I was going to do it. And I
You had it
wanted.
planned?
And so do we just get into it right now? Because I think the rest of it's just the waiting game, really. Or do I talk about the fact that it was delayed here, delayed there? I think we have to tell how it was first because it matters for how many times you got mad at everybody.
Okay.
And so my plan, Jamie's family has a band. Her brother plays guitar and sings. Her mom plays the bass. One of her aunts sings and plays guitar. And her other aunt plays the drums.
And in fact, my family does not just have a band, they are a band.
Is that different?
I don't know. Just felt more cool.
They're my favorite band.
the
Cody
best
and-
band. Cody and the
What
Cougars.
does your mom call them? Because we all call them Cody and the Cougars, but your mom has a different name.
The Comeback Kids.
The Comeback Kids, that's what it is.
Yeah, but it's Cody and the Cougars. My mom is just a little bit on the more modest side and doesn't appreciate those terms.
Absolutely. And last summer, your mom, I don't know why I said your mom, but Cody and the Cougars had a concert in August. And this was my first time ever going to one of these. But they go to the lake and they play a bunch of covers in front of just everyone at the lake. So all your family and some random people and friends up at the lake and stuff like that.
Neighbors. Yeah.
And I thought it was the most fun I've ever had last summer. And I loved it. And I was like, this is so cool. And in my head, I think even driving home that day, I told you, I said, when we get married, and this is last August, so you weren't very sure about that.
Yeah.
But when I said, when we get married, I want Cody and the Cougars to play our first dance. And you said,
That's right.
and you just kind of shook it off and said, yeah, that'd be cool. And I understand because it was early still.
Yeah.
But I was just like, in my head, I was just like, you're a big family person.
Right.
Huge family
Right.
person.
Yeah.
And you love the lake. That's like your special place. We talked about that a lot when the first time we went there.
Yes.
And just everything about it is just family and a special place to you and stuff like that. And so in my brain, instantly it was like, it has to be there. It has to be.
Also, that night was when I told you I loved you.
That's why it's a special place to me too. And so I was like, yeah, Mom and T, I do have a plan, and I've talked to Cody about it a little already. And then she's like, "What? Cody knew already?" And it's a little stinkerish about that, but
I'm shocked.
And-
Gosh, I would not do the same thing.
no, not at all. And I said, "Yeah, I'd love. There's a song that I want you guys to learn, and I'd love if at the lake, you guys could, whenever the concert is this summer, you guys could play this song." In my brain, that was August, because that's when it was last year. So in my brain, that's how it worked.
Oh, because you didn't realize that normally they would do more than just
I didn't know
August.
there was normally more than one, because last year with everything that was happening, there was a lot going on. There was only the one. And so and in my brain, I was like, well, I have to give them enough time to learn a song. I don't know how to play any instruments or anything, so I don't know how long that takes. Or like,
Right.
So I was like, I need to give them enough time. And so that's why I started all this process so soon. And then, plus I'm just impatient. We know that. And then, so I say that, and your mom like started to tear up a little bit then. And she's like, I love it. And she's like, we'll do it on. And she pulls out her phone. And she starts looking at the calendar. And she's like, I think the very first date she's had was like middle of May.
Oh my God.
And I was like, well, I was kind of thinking like after Jay graduated and after school and all this.
Right.
And she said, okay. How about Memorial Day? I said, yeah, that is a day. That's a day of the year.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, it'd be really sweet if like she got to show it the ring to her students and Bree and Shannon. And so she kind of sold me on this.
Oh, yeah. My aunts mentioned that yesterday, and I was like, you think I would wear this ring to school?
You wouldn't?
To that school? No.
Why?
Not unless it was very tightly secured on my finger.
You think the kids are just going to try and shice you?
Not the kids, maybe a few.
Okay.
It feels like a very dangerous game.
I can see it.
Game to play.
But your mom sold me on this now. And so I'm like going into work. By the way, the ring, the day after I asked your parents, went into a safe box with very strict instructions to my team to not allow me into that safe box unless I had a full plan like presented to them of how I was going to do this with dates and with like evidence that it was actually going to happen and stuff like that, because of the fear of everybody in the world that I was not going to be able to keep the secret. And I was just going to be sitting on the couch with you one day and like throw a ring at you and be like, hey, marry me.
Okay, so your team knew at Main Branch. So T knew?
What? T knew. Corey knew. I told him the morning I bought it. I'm not very good at the secret thing. I just was good at keeping it from you.
Everyone needs to know how freaking impressed I am and how clever it was of Brandon to do this when it was like the busiest time in my life, because I had zero like free time to speculate.
Yeah, the problem is that all I could do is think about it.
Well, okay, the other thing is like I spend a lot of time at the house, just like Corey and I are just here and like we're doing whatever. He's napping, getting ready for work. I'm grading paper, like whatever it was. Like he had to spend a lot of time just like chilling with me and having to make conversation that didn't involve that. That was very impressive.
It was.
And
so,
the fact that my mom didn't say anything.
And so April rolls around and the band starts practicing. And band practices in your family. Like I said, you're all about family, and the band is such a fun thing for everybody. And band practices in your family are fun.
They're very fun.
It's a night where everyone gets together and has drinks and chit chats and plays games and listens to the music, and like you're always at band practice when you can be, if there's not something going on.
Yeah, it's just fun. And in the summer, sometimes we convince them to bring the instruments up onto the deck outside and just do exactly what we're doing tonight.
But the problem was, all of a sudden, you weren't getting the text messages saying, hey, come to band practice.
I was so pissed.
You weren't getting the messages saying, hey, band practice is this Friday. Are you available?
So pissed.
Do you want to elaborate on that at all? Or you just want to leave it so pissed?
Oh, I just mentioned many times how my family just hates me and doesn't want me anywhere anymore because they won't invite me to band practice. And that's like the sign of being disowned from the family. And I kept saying to Brandon, I was like, they're at friggin' band practice. They're all at band practice. They didn't even tell us. And I'd call my dad and he'd be like, we texted you and invited you. And I'd be like, no, you didn't, Alan. You can't like try and pull a fast one on me when I have messages. Like I can just search that. There was no record of being invited to band practice for like 4 straight months.
And it was absolutely destroying me because you were devastated by this.
And every time I was like, Brandon, my mom just doesn't even want me there.
And I was like, that's not it. That's not it. I was like, you're just so busy. She knows how stressed you are with school. And you got so much going on. And you got the girls on Fridays. And I just was like trying everything under the sun to not.
They also scheduled on Fridays specifically, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Because Saturdays I would normally be able to make it.
Your mom would text me and be like, hey, does Jay have the kids on Friday?
Because I was doing full-time student teaching.
Right.
And I would only watch the kids if I had time and energy. And I tried to.
Often.
I don't have time and energy often. But
that's what I'm saying.
I did. I think I watched them almost every week. Except for 1 or 2 weeks during my full-time
Once we got to
student
spring,
teaching.
you got to it. You got back to it quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so so now not only do I feel the pressure of, and this isn't like a toot my own horn, but I only feel the pressure of I need to ask this girl to marry me because this ring is literally burning a hole in that safe box, like it's melting the fireproof safe box down there.
Yeah.
But along with that, I now feel guilty because she thinks her family hates her because she's not invited to anything anymore. And that's 100% my fault. I'm trying to make this like a happy day in her life, and it's just destroying her for months on end.
Okay, it's because I have a long-rooted grudge to hold with my entire family because they like do things and plan things, and if I'm not there, they don't tell me, and then something happens and I'm like, I didn't know it was happening. Why am I always the last to know? So I always have felt like I'm the last to know everything. And so that was just the tip of the iceberg. I was so pissed. I was like, are you kidding me?
Well, and to me, it was like, this girl's going to think that I'm the reason and break up with me. And the reason we break up is going to be because I tried to propose.
Well, I never thought about that.
Well, that's good.
I never thought about breaking up with you.
That's good. That makes me happy.
I thought about breaking
I
up
had
with
lots
my
of fears of
family.
that, though.
I thought they were breaking up with me.
They weren't. They wanted you there. They were doing a ton of work for you.
I know. That's so crazy.
And
I have lots of apologies to make.
And it was every single time. I was praying you wouldn't find out about band practice, and then Carissa would send a picture of Noelle wearing headphones, and I'd be like, oh, here we go again.
That's tough. I'm kind of like Frankie when it comes to Noelle. I see a picture, I see her, I'm a magnet.
But it's okay because Memorial Day is rolling around.
Right.
We're halfway through May. I'm telling myself, okay, only a couple more weeks. There's only one more band practice before she finds out. Yada, yada, yada. Weekend before, your mom and I are texting. Oh my gosh, it's 72 and sunny. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be perfect. Monday rolls around. The weather shifts.
Naturally.
We're down to 68 and cloudy. Tuesday rolls around. We're down to 63 and rainy. I'm like, well, that's not that bad of weather, Mama T, right? She's like, it's that bad.
Yeah.
And so the weather just kept shifting and shifting. And her and I, you could feel it from both of us that it was like, this is destroying both of us because we can't do this much longer.
Yeah.
And I just want to ask this girl to marry me right now. And so it gets canceled. And I don't think you even knew about the concert, which stressed me out too, because I was like, I just want this to be a natural thing. Like, if she doesn't know about this yet, I don't want it to be like a weird thing that, hey, on Friday, Jay finds out we're going to the lake on Saturday for the concert. You know what I mean? Because you didn't even know about that one yet.
That was that would not have been good. I was so stressed that weekend.
And then what was the big thing we did with your whole family at your house? All your aunts were there.
My graduation party?
No, before that. Did we spend Mother's Day at your house?
Easter?
Father's Day. It was Easter / your dad's birthday.
Yeah.
/ Sherry's birthday.
Yes.
Right? Same birthday?
Yeah. So everyone, they are a day apart, but yeah. So everyone knew then.
So everyone, oh yeah. But
Oh
everyone
my
came
gosh.
over, and that's when the moms started talking dates for real. Because they're like, okay, well, we're going to go to a Seattle Mariners game here. And this is before Memorial Day. So that's when Memorial Day became a plan. But then the backup plan was kind of established that nobody can really do it until later in the summer if it's not June 25th.
Oh.
Because the weekend after that's July 4th. It's too busy up there for that then.
Right.
And the weekend before that was when they were going to go to Seattle for the Mariners game. And
Right.
all these different things. And so we sat there and we all talked about it. And I just sat there like in my chair like, please don't find out, Jay. Please don't find out, Jay. Please don't find out, Jay. and like so nervous that somehow this would come out because everyone's in the same room that knows besides you.
That is so crazy.
Everyone but you knew it. And I was like sitting there like, this is going to somehow come out right here. And so once the June 25th date got set, I got it rewired in my brain. I have to wait another month, which stunk. But it's like, okay, this is doable. I've waited this long. I can wait 1 month. But now I have the ring at the house. I've brought the ring home. I've brought the ring home because I moved branches, so I'm no longer at main branch. And I convinced them that it would be too much of a struggle for me to go 1 block north to pick up this ring at any other time. And so I have the ring now at home. And, and I forgot to mention, actually, this is the beginning of May that I have the ring at home. I was recording 1-second videos with the ring every single day.
Nuh-uh.
With you in it like 3 or 4 times.
What?
Uh-huh. And my plan was to do a different ring thing every day.
What?
And one of my favorite clips that I had to delete was Ryan Hurd going like this with his ring.
Oh.
And I texted everyone. I was like, do you think this is too obvious if this is in there? And I was like, with no context. And everyone's like, it's too risky. It's too risky. It's not worth the risk. And so I had to delete it. But I had, up until this point, I had like 10 videos with the ring in it. When we went to Grace's bachelorette bridal shower thing, like at the beginning of May,
Yeah.
you're walking towards the ring as you're coming out of the party.
Oh my gosh.
Where there's a couple times like laying in bed, the ring's just right by your head. And
That's
so once this got canceled, and I was like June 25th, I was like, I can't do that anymore. That was so stressful and so much pressure. And so that idea went out the window. Sorry. It was just too scary that you were going to see it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I put the ring inside the puzzle of us that you got me.
Oh.
'Cause I was
That's
like-
why it was open. I just noticed that today, that the puzzle was opened.
Well, it was probably open from Saturday.
Cut.
Yeah, cut. Go ahead.
Ooh, good save. Good save. Good save.
Okay, that was a quick bathroom break.
Quick bathroom break.
I think I was just talking about just the fact that 1-second video is not happening this month. It was too stressful, so I just went back to the normal videos.
Right. Okay.
But June, pretty uneventful because the band practices got closed down to everybody.
Right.
All of a sudden, your dad wasn't allowed at band practice. Carissa wasn't allowed at band practice. And I don't know if that's actually true. I don't know that part.
Oh.
But I know that's what we were at least told.
Interesting.
And so June was really pretty casual. It was mostly just your mom just texting me like every other day being like, how you doing, B?
Also, my Aunt Carla was just like, apparently, they just blamed it on Carla and said, Carla says we have to lock it down. We don't know our songs well enough. We have to practice hard.
I loved it. And so...
And I believe that 100%.
Yeah, so that was most of June was just your mom checking in on me like, how are you holding up? And it made it harder every time she asked. But I know she was asking because she was having a hard time holding up too.
You guys were also planning a graduation party.
Also planning a graduation party at the same time. And so it came to really, like I said, June was pretty uneventful because we had all gotten settled in this groove of just, hey, we just constantly have to lie to Jay.
I hate that.
I'm just kidding. We didn't have to lie to you. We just had to be secretive. Until, so week of, that's when I start to get stressed. And I'm like, and I want this to be recorded because it's I am who I am.
Yes.
And so I'm texting up Anthony, can I borrow your new camera? Yeah, sure, of course. Texting Paige, hey, can I borrow this lens? Yeah, sure. You want a camera too? I said, yeah, absolutely. And so now I have $12,000 in recording equipment coming with us to the lake also.
Oh my God.
And
three small children.
And I'm going through my head, I'm like, how do I reasonably pack all this gear up without Jay thinking it's weird? And I think then in my brain, I was like, wait, it's me. She's just going to think I'm weird.
Yeah, I didn't think anything of it until I saw Carissa with the camera that I didn't recognize. And then I was like, where'd that come from?
Yeah?
But then I was also just too focused on making sure the popsicles didn't drip on our new towels.
Absolutely. So now, this morning of, and I'm trying to run around the house. I get home from work. I'm running around the house getting things charged because there's a lot to charge for the setup that I have in my brain. But I also have to go to your aunt's house.
Oh, this is Friday night?
This is Friday night. I have to go to your aunt's house to check if I can plug into their equipment to record, which I ended up not doing because I was so stressed. I just ran out of time, and they were already playing, and I wasn't going to go up there and try and mess with their stuff while they were playing.
Right.
And so I had to sneak out of the house. And this is the first time I've ever done this move where I left my watch here.
What?
And then I turned off the location on my phone so it came from my watch. Because I told you I was going to the store to get dinner.
What? Is this when you got pad thai?
Yeah. And I was like, so I went to your aunt's house first. And then I really did go to Walmart after that. Then I ordered pad thai while at Walmart. And I was like, I've been gone an hour and a half. What am I going to say? But I get home with a Walmart bag and with pad thai. And I had been pretty grumpy on this day.
Yes.
I didn't work that day. I had just been home all day.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I took off the day before for
Yes, and I got back at
Juneteenth. Is that why I took it off? No.
yeah. So you'd have a 4-day weekend, and it was graduation weekend, and then it was my last day of school. Friday.
I went to the dentist. I think I went home early.
No, that was this Friday.
Yeah, that was this when we engaged. We got engaged this Saturday. And so I got home, and I got home, and I was just grumpy. And you were sick of me, and I said, I'm going to the store to get dinner. Went to your aunt's house, said, yep, we're going to be able to do this. I got to go. I got a jet because I don't need Jay to be wondering where I'm at for so long. Went to the store, went and got pad thai, came home. And I think that I was just so stressed at this point because like all this had been looming for months and months and months that I just could not be in a good mood. Despite the fact that I wanted to be, I just could not be in a good mood.
He was very grumpy.
And I felt so bad about it because I would get so frustrated with like Mila, like the dog. I'd get so frustrated with her, and I was like, it's nothing she can control. Why am I so mad about it? I was just so stressed out, and I was such an asshole, and I just couldn't not be. And I tried, and then something dumb would happen, and I would just like be like, this is it. This is the end.
Mila would like move.
Yeah.
And Brandon would be like, are you kidding me?
I was just so frustrated with everything in this moment. And I was like, I can't be like this tomorrow. Like, this is crazy. What am I doing? And so we made it through the night without you wanting to murder me. Well, you might have wanted to.
I don't think so.
We made it through without you doing it. And the next morning, Saturday morning, the 25th of June, the day that I proposed, I woke up at 4 a.m., I think, and just laid there and just stared at the ceiling. And you were laying there, and like, I wanted to wake you up and just be annoying me. But I was like, how is that productive today, Brandon?
Exactly.
And so I came downstairs and I played Golf Clash on my phone.
Okay.
I shot minus 25 in the tournament, the best I've ever shot. Instantly,
It's just a good sign.
Instantly changed my mood.
There you
Instantly, I was like, it's going to be an okay weekend.
Golf Clash, I owe you.
And so that's when I started packing up everything. So when you woke up, the car was just packed. We went and got the girls that you nanny.
I woke up earlier than you expected, and you're like, you're up. Why?
Yeah, I came home from the store, and you were up. And I was like, oh, no. Why are you up? And you didn't feel good.
Yeah. But also I knew I had to get ready.
Yeah, I think it was mostly the don't feel good thing, though.
Probably.
And I had to do the thing that I always do and say, well, do we need to stay home? And in my head, I was like, Jay, please don't say yes to this. Please do not say yes to us needing to stay home. And I think because it was a band concert, there was nothing that would keep you from going.
It's really hard to keep me from going to the lake, especially if people are counting on me being there. And two, I was like, well, I'm working. I'm watching the girls. Like, I have to watch the kids.
That's
we have to bring them.
of it. I asked the parent of the girls you nanny, I said, will you ask her to watch the kids on this day? And I told her why. So she knew too. Everyone knew.
Obviously.
I told her why, and she said, yeah, absolutely. And so we had the girls with us. And so we went to pick up the girls who live south of us, then drove all the way north with this ring in my pocket, just burning a hole, almost pulled over to the side of the road, just asked you next to some canola fields.
While I was eating habanero lime chips.
Habanero lime chips with Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to just keep everyone happy, because if the girls get stressed out, then you get stressed out, and then the girls get more stressed out, and then I get stressed out, and I'm just like, how do we tiptoe on this line? So we get to Deer Park, to the grocery store, and I say, everyone pick out one candy bar. And you look at me like I had just committed treason.
The girls are like, Brandon said we can get candy. I said, no! And I yelled it so loud in the parking lot that at least 5 adults turned and looked at me. Like, who is this crazy psychopath?
But I was trying to make him in such a good mood.
And I go, we don't need candy. You've had plenty of snacks. We're going to the lake. You don't need candy. And a couple, like, moms kind of laugh and, like, turn away. And a couple other people are just glaring at me like I'm Satan.
Well, the girls got candy.
Well, yeah, because you told them.
Well, that was a
and
good...
they literally said, Brandon is going to be crying in the car if we don't come back with candy because he said to get it.
It was kind of crazy, though, because you guys didn't even get me candy.
You think I was going to get you candy after you just defied everything I asked for?
I wanted salted caramel Twix. I was hoping you guys would just read my mind.
So weird that we didn't.
I was disappointed. I'm not going to lie.
I didn't get myself candy either.
I know. What was that?
I was pissed at us.
At us.
Yeah.
And so we get to the lake. I'm setting up camera stuff. Well, first, we have this giant inflatable that weighs 400 pounds that I had to lug down to the lake and inflate. It took 15 minutes to inflate. And I'm just sitting on the ground with a ring in my pocket with this inflatable just by myself. And it was like the most peaceful part of the day. Because it was just nobody was around me or talking to me. And I was just like, here we go, Brandon. Get ready. Get mentally ready.
Okay.
And so I got that inflated. You guys floated for a long time to the point where I got nervous. Is Jay and Frankie going to come up and watch this concert? Or are they going to enjoy the concert from down below? And so I walked.
I literally was trying to like listen to the rest of the concert on the island.
I know, because I walked down there and said, are you guys going to come listen to the concert? You said, I can hear the music from here.
Yeah.
And I said, that's not how this works.
Yeah. But then luckily, Danae, who was there with her 2 kids that are like Frankie's age, they were all playing and she was like, we have to go up for popsicles and get a snack and take a sun break. And so she gave them like a 10-minute countdown. She's a
Danae's
teacher
a
naturally.
hero.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she caught on pretty quick and just took over. And then I was like, okay, we got to go up, you know. Just thinking, oh, yeah, they probably do need a sun break and we should go listen to the concert, whatever.
And it was right before this that I had made the most risky move I could make all day. But it was a move that I think was very important. And I told the 9-year-old that you nanny, hey, E, this is what's happening today. And I pulled the ring out of my pocket and I showed her. And she instantly flung herself backwards, covered her eyes, and I said, this is the reaction I expected. And so I was just like, what's wrong? Talk to me. And she got sad for a second and then pulled herself together and just started asking me questions like, do you think you're going to cry? And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to cry, Ellie. And do you think Jamie's going to cry? And I was like, if I'm crying, she's crying.
Yeah,
And does she know? And I was like, I don't think she knows. I don't think she does. And I was like, you can't tell anyone. You can't tell your sisters. You can't tell anyone.
Even though literally everyone else knew.
Right. And I was like, do you want to help? She's like, yeah, how do I help?
There you
and
go.
I said,
that's the magic word.
I said, see that camera over there? I need you to run that camera.
Oh, boy.
And so all of a sudden, it became like, I'm part of this.
Yeah,
And so
she had a role, she had a job, and she was a part of something super special.
But then she ran over to the beach where you were at. And I got super nervous then, too, because I'm like, why is Ellie to the beach? And so I wait 30 seconds, and I just couldn't wait any longer. I ran to the beach also, and I was like, Ellie, what are you doing? I was like, drone's ready to fly. Let's go fly the drone, Ellie. Hurry up. Get over here. And
she had came down to the beach, and we were just like in the shallow end with the little kids, just swimming around, chatting. And Ellie goes, Jamie, is this the best day of your life? And I was like, you know what? It really is. Like, all my kids are here. You guys are all having a great time. Like, Brandon's here. My whole family's here. The band's playing. It's sunny. It's warm. Like, I just couldn't be happier.
I'm so glad that didn't ruin it.
Me too.
And so now you guys are finally sitting down and enjoying the concert. You and all the little kids that you were with. And Danae.
I don't know that I was really ever sitting.
Well, you sat for a few minutes with Noelle and stuff like that.
Oh.
And well, everyone ate popsicles. And I was like, okay, we did it. We finally landed her here. First intermission comes. I know the song is 5 songs into the second set disguised as I was on a boat that day on the set list.
Right.
And so I'm like, okay, we just have to make it through this break in 5 songs with Jay just here. Perfect. 2 songs rolling. You're still sitting there. I'm like, okay, this is good. But I'm now pacing. Ellie's checking the heart rate on my watch every 30 seconds, and it's making it rise more and more. More and more and more. I'm like 50 beats per minute above my resting rate. And I'm like, Ellie, stop looking. You're stressing me out more. She's like, I can't. I have to see it. And I was like, I get it. I would do the same thing if it wasn't me. And so I'm like, okay, this is perfect. She's still here. She's sitting down. You guys, at one point for the first like song and a half, you guys got up and all danced with each other and stuff like that. And you were having the time of your lives. I was like, this is beautiful. This is exactly what I pictured. 3rd song rolls around. You get up and start walking towards me and you go, I'm going to go up to the cabin and go to the bathroom and get paper plates. And you like list like 10 things you're going to go do.
Yeah, because the kids said they were hungry and then they were making a mess with their Lunchables.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, sit down and rest, babe. You've been working so hard. I'll go do it. And you're like, no, it's fine. You stay here. And I'm like, stop.
Like, how do you go to the bathroom for me, Brandon?
Well, I don't think you actually said go to the bathroom. I think you were getting cheese sticks and paper plates and stuff like that.
I was starving.
And I was like, Jay, sit down, please. And so you start walking away because obviously I don't know how to tell you this without being obvious that something's going to happen.
Right.
And so I had to go, Carissa, do something. And Carissa yells, Jamie, come back. And I don't know what she said to you, but she got you just distracted enough where then Emma randomly, by the grace of God, because nobody told Emma what was going on, Emma runs up to you and goes, Jamie, dance with me. And you went and you danced with her for like another minute and a half.
Yeah, I don't remember what Carissa said to me either, but then I remember I was like, oh, okay, food can wait.
Yeah, because you danced with Emma for a little bit longer. And then you sat back down during Small Town Saturday Night, which was the song before, our song. And then I'm in a full-on panic now. Ellie's now over in the corner on her camera, giving me thumbs up. She's like literally sitting there smiling as big as can, like thumbs up.
So cute.
Corey's running the camera right by me like, are you ready? And I'm like, no. I'm terrified. What if she says no? And I'm like, what do we do? Carissa's over in the other corner with just this giant freaking lens just snapping pictures already. And I'm like, man, this is it. This is the moment. And your brother started playing the song. And it's like all the nerves went away in that second. Like as soon as I heard those first few chords. Oh, and by the way, the night before, when I was all grumpy, I asked Alexa to play the song for us too, and I danced with you in the kitchen to it.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that was really special because I knew it was coming the next day. To you, it was probably just another day.
Yeah, that's true.
And so the song starts playing, and I go up to you and I say, Jamie, do you think you can dance with me now?
You said, I know you're busy, but can I borrow you for this song?
Okay. See, I don't know what happened from here, so this is all you know.
I remember that.
And so you walk out with me. And then I blacked out.
Oh, okay. Well, we danced for a little while, and we're just like terrible dancers. We're just like swaying and hugging and kissing.
Well, especially in this moment.
And I was like, okay, no one else is coming to dance. This is kind of weird, but whatever. I do whatever Brandon asks.
Oh,
and
do you?
Yeah, I do anything for you, obviously.
Okay.
And then I'm like, oh, like this is the song. And then Brandon's
Did it
like
take you a second to
blushing
realize
and
it's the
sweating.
song?
Yeah. Blushing and sweating, and he's like, are you ready for this? And I like went into this full panic, and I was like, what do you mean? What's about to happen?
You
I
said
just had
no.
all of these. I was like, no, what? And then he's like, are you sure? And then I was like, oh, he's going to propose. Oh, yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm not ready for whatever surprise I thought was going to happen.
And also, at this time, Emma and Frankie, the 3-year-old and the 7-year-old, have now run up.
And Cheyenne, my cousin.
And they're dancing with us. And that brings Shy. Shy sees them, so she runs out to dance with us too. And so now we have all 5 of us. And it kind of took the pressure away for a second.
Yes.
It kind of felt like, okay,
that was really nice.
Yeah. And it wasn't just all eyeballs on us. Because once I got up there, I was like, boy, there's a lot of people that I had come to this thing.
And also just additionally random people that
A lot of random people. People that work with me. Yeah. I didn't even know it would be there. And so I don't think I said anything great. I don't think I said anything romantic. I think I just stumbled through every word that I knew. I was like banana, truck, marry me, Jay. Like, I don't know what I was saying.
You said, I love you a bunch of times, and Then you pulled it out of your pocket and then knelt down on one knee, the ring, and and said, "Jay, will you marry me?"
And you said yes, thank goodness.
Thank goodness.
And then we listened to the rest of the song, and we danced with the girls, and
I cried, and everyone in the crowd cried.
there's a lot of tears going on. I did not cry because I'm a freaking just tough.
And then Ellie immediately came up to me. "Are you so mad at Brandon that he didn't cry?" I was like, absolutely, I'm so mad.
But for me, it was perfect, and it was exactly what I envisioned. And your family was a part of it, and your family was there, and everyone you loved, and it was your special place. And so to me, it was exactly what I had hoped for the August before when I told you that I wanted them to play at our wedding. I don't know if it was the perfect proposal for you.
Side note, I was wearing a extra large Buc-ee's t-shirt.
Yeah.
No pants, just a swimsuit underneath. My hair
I think
looked
you said
like
that
trash.
to me at one point when we were dancing.
I didn't even have mascara on or makeup or anything, just had sunscreen. Probably had sand all over my butt.
That's what a lake day is, though.
It was a lake day, but then you looked all cute, and I was like, what the heck is Brandon doing wearing a colored shirt to the lake?
And you made me change into my swimsuit, and I was like, how am I going to reasonably change out of my swimsuit
How
back into
do you think you reasonably could have not put your swimsuit on at the lake?
Because I was trying to propose to you, Jay.
Well, I know, but it was a lake day, and I was expecting a float on the island. So there's just no way you could have thought that you...
Yeah, I mean, I just knew that I wanted to look nice.
You did look nice. I looked like garbage.
You did not.
I did. I
did
sure
not.
did. I don't even remember if I brushed my teeth yesterday.
Yesterday?
2 days ago.
Like the day of?
Yeah. I don't remember if I brushed my teeth. I didn't put any makeup on, didn't do my hair. All I did was take a shower and then was in the lake swimming with the children and sitting in the sand and getting bugs all over me. And then sitting in the grass and getting more bugs all over me and still not wearing pants. So
I think you said that when we were dancing during the proposal.
I know. I said, I'm not even wearing pants.
You said, I'm not even wearing any pants. And I was like, you're the one that chose to not wear pants to your proposal.
Listen. If Kaylee, God bless her soul, Kaylee was sick and wasn't able to come, but I think she probably would have saved me and made me go up and like change with her and somehow convince me to change too.
Yeah, probably. I'm sad Kaylee couldn't make it. She's the only one there that I was like, Jay wishes this person would be here. You know what I mean? And obviously some of my family too, but that wasn't feasible. I didn't know how to do that.
Without making it obvious.
Right, absolutely. And Corey was there, so that was cool.
Love that.
I mean,
my brother.
The biggest shout out in the world to Cody and the Cougars.
Seriously.
Cody sounded so good singing the song. Cody and Sherry sounded so good singing the song.
Oh my gosh. I was like, are you kidding me? Cody, where'd you get these pipes from? Like, where were they our whole childhood? By the way, he hasn't, like, been a singer his whole life. Like, he started doing this, like, 6 years ago.
Your mom decided that she couldn't be a part of it because...
And then Carla also decided the same thing.
Yeah, and so they just sat there and they just enjoyed it, and it was perfect. And you got to run up to your mom and hug her afterwards. And Carissa, I mean, God bless Carissa, everything she did for the grad party. She had a huge gift bag ready for you as soon as you got engaged. She brought nail stuff up to the lake so you could do your nails because we left out that part of the story. It's very important.
Oh, gosh, yeah. On Friday...
Morning.
No. Yeah, Friday morning. Carissa was supposed to go to a... Was there actually an award ceremony?
No. She made up... So Carissa... Man,
this
is turning into a long...
This is the most extravagant lie.
This is a long podcast now, but that's okay. So Carissa... You don't have to listen. It's our proposal. You don't have to listen if you don't want to. Carissa, 2 weeks...
Good story, though.
2 weeks before... texted all of us but you. Of course. This is more of this podcast. That's how this whole thing went. And said, I'm about to lie in the group chat. Just go along with it. And no, I don't think any of us really knew what that meant. She sends a picture with her being nominated for like her job position of the year. Like, I'm going to win this award for being the best at my job this year. And we're all like, holy smokes, Chris, that's awesome. And
you just went back from maternity leave 2 days ago.
That was the best part about it. But it's believable because it's Carissa.
Right.
And she's just good at what she does.
At everything, yeah.
Right. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I know what she's doing. Because we had already lied to you once before Memorial Day saying that she was depressed about going back to work and she needed a girl's day.
Yep.
And so now this is her second attempt. She comes up with this whole new story, and she gets you to the nail salon, and you sit down.
To be fair, we never clarified that it was only manicures.
You didn't get a manicure. What did you say when you sat down?
Well, she said, "Do you want to get your nail?" We just kept saying, "Get our nails done." You gotta
Okay.
get your nails done.
Absolutely.
And so I went, and I'm like, "Oh gosh, every nail on my body looks like absolute trash." But my toes look worse, and my fingers I'm able to do by myself. But I'm just like terrible at doing pedicures on myself. So I was like, I'm just gonna do a pedicure. And then the lady working was so confusing that Carissa was just like in a tizzy because this lady's like, "So 2 manicures?" And Chris is like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "No, I want a pedicure."
Carissa probably told the lady what was happening because she had to book an appointment. And so the lady's probably trying to get Carissa's back, like, manicures. And Jay
I'm like, "I want a pedicure."
says no. And Carissa texts Kaylee and I and goes, "I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do." And I was like, "You did it literally everything you possibly could. Like, it is what it is. It's fine." And so of course that's when she's like, "Well, we'll bring nail stuff to the lake." And she just takes care of everything and just has it all done. And it just makes life so much easier. And so
Amazing.
and she's the one that took pictures for us that day on Saturday.
Yeah.
And so that's it. That's just, I think, am I missing anything? How do you feel about it? Do you like your ring?
I love the ring. It's very sparkly. Exactly what I could have asked for, but actually more because I asked for not even a diamond.
You had to get a diamond, babe. Why would I not get you a diamond?
I don't know, because we booked a trip to Italy and then lost all of our money on it.
That doesn't mean you get penalized for the rest of our lives for something you're going to wear forever.
Okay, next podcast is going to be us. I think we should podcast at least. We could do weekly.
Absolutely.
In the summer.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But we should do like at least weekly updates or monthly updates. Who the flippity flop is lighting off fireworks? It's June 27th.
They're celebrating
why?
you, babe.
At 10:09 p.m.
We now found out who's been doing it for 2 weeks, though.
Who?
I don't know, whoever those people are.
Oh, well,
It can't just be
I'd like to maybe have a conversation with them in the next few days. Just saying.
Did you like it? How did I do?
You did excellent. Excellently.
Were you okay with that many people being there?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Because it was all people that mattered.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I am just, for the record, stating that there will never be another time where 100+ people know about something happening in my life that I don't know. There will be no more surprises or secrets.
Never?
Nope.
Is this a ban on secrets?
It's a ban on surprises that involve more than one person.
So I can't throw you a surprise party ever.
Absolutely not.
That's fine. All right, that's it. That's Bros Knows. The proposal. PB&J.
Okay.
PB&J, the proposal.
PB&J, the proposal. Stay tuned for... I think the first thing we should do is pick a honeymoon, to be honest.
You think before we plan a date of the wedding or
Yep.
anything? How do we pick a honeymoon before we know when it is?
I don't know. I just want to pick a place. I just want to go to the beach.
That is what you've been looking at tonight.
Yes. Costco has Tahiti packages.
I love you.
I love you more.
I'm going to love you forever. I'm excited to be your husband.
Woohoo! We're going to be this old married couple doing podcasts on the porch.
Yep.
Nice.
Once every 3 months.
Or 6, or whenever we remember.
No, we're back.
We're back.
Why do we
It's
say
summer.
that? Why
I
do
have
we
such
say-
a good brain in the summer.
Why do we say that every time when we know we're not going to be back?
I don't know. It's probably super deceiving and
Okay.
people hate it.
I love you.
Love you.